So everything is completely dry on here. I'm going to come in with some yellow chalk because that's all I have. And I'm going to try to show you how I have painted my donkey on here. Let's give ourselves some markers first. So we are up about 5 inches from our fence post up, and we're over about 1 inch. If we come over from here, we're going to come over another 5 inches and just put us a little marker there. Didn't do quite as good as I want it to. Then from here, if we come about middle ways of this, these 2 lines, if we go up about 4 inches, we can make us another marker. And if we come down about 5 inches, 5.5 inches, we can make us another marker. And we want this one to come over on our fence. So what we're going to do is we're going to round this off, but we're going to connect these. So I'm just coming here, connect there. So that's part of our donkey's head. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to bring this around here. Now, we're coming from this point to this point, but we're going to kind of curve around. So you'll see it as we curve around and then come back in. There we go. So that's part of our donkey head. Just going to kind of give this like a C shape here. And from here to here is probably about 2 inches. And then we'll just come from here and we're going to come in and then come right back out. So that is our donkey's head. Now our ears, where we had this dot, if we come over about 1 inch, we can make us another marker and then come over maybe 1/2 inch. So we're just going to go up about 6 inches. And then we're coming from this point to this point, but we're going to boot it out. We're just going to come around like this and go back in. Same thing here. If we were here, we're coming around our circle about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches. Put us a marker. We've gone maybe 3/4 inch from here to there. But we're going here another 6 inches and just coming down. And then of course we're going to boot how it booted that one out. We're going to do the same thing here. So there is our start of our donkey. Okay? I just have my gray and I have my angle brush, and I'm going to come in here and fill it in with just my gray. I'm going to try to go over the chalk lines, but if I don't, that's okay. I can always take my and get rid of that. But that's kind of why I've got the angle brush, so I can go around at angles. See, I'm just getting rid of that chalk, and what little bit of chalk's left on there, we can just, once it dries, we can get it off of there with a wet paintbrush. I think I am going to bring his mouth down just a little bit more here on this side and take this up. And I know the other is is coming through underneath. I'm not really worried about that because a lot's going to be going on. Alright, I'm going to use my, I have the gray and the white and the black on my canvas, and that's pretty well what I'm going to be using. I'm going to pick up some black with the tip of my liner brush, because I have my liner brush here. I'm going to make his eye come out about along in here, so I'm just coming out with a little eye there, and I want to slant this one along in here. And we're going to do some more stuff to it. Right now we're just getting some color down. I'm going to come along in here and I'm going to just put some black down. And if I come up to the line, that's perfectly okay. I'm just putting some colors down right now. And I'm going to come in here, give you some shadow in here. We're going to come over here and kind of do the same thing in here. I think I want his eye a little bit bigger. And I may want that one a little bit bigger, poking out a little bit more. There we go. Alright. I'm going to try to do this. I don't know if I can get this as thin as I want. If I can't, then I'll have to come back up with something else. But I'm going to put, I'm sorry, that is his mouth right there. I've got my number 4 flat, and this is dry, so I'm going to come down to this part. I did add some burnt umber to my palette so that I can try to start working on this. I want this, I'm going to come in here with white and a little gray. I just want it a little, I want it more white than I want it gray, but we'll get it there. So we're going to come along in here, and this is kind of going to be that area. And if I have to go back over the mouth, that's fine. That was just giving me an idea where I needed it to be. Coming up and over because I want to make that kind of square-like. We want to square this off a little bit more in here, and that's okay. I've just picked up a tiny little bit of gray to mix in there with that, because I don't want it completely white, but I don't want it gray looking either. I want it I'm just tapping these edges, trying to make it look like a little fur around his mouth. So like I said, if you have to come back over that, that's perfectly fine, but there's the start of his mouth. Now I'm looking at this, and I want to come up just a little bit more right in here. Okay, and I'm going to pick up the brown with my dirty brush. I want it kind of light, so I'm just going to come in here lightly go over this with some brown. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Just got a little bit of water on my brush and I'm just going to wipe that off. Okay. And I'm just going to work this out, make it a little wider. It's okay. And just kind of blend that in. I'm going to take my dirty brush and I'm going to pick up black, and I'm just going to come around here and put some black in here, and I'm just going to mix that in to my white. It's looking more gray, and so that's okay. Just rub this in. That's all we're doing, is just I'm going to use my liner brush, and I'm just going to come around here with some black just to kind of set him apart a little bit. And I may end up coming back in, but I just want this little shadows in here. This eye, and I'm going to pick up my white and I'm going to go around that eye with just some white. Okay, so I'm just going to come right in here and just lay some white down, and we can always come back in with different colors. I'm just laying some white. Now I did forget about something here. I did forget to paint in his neck. So what I'm going to do is come down along in here, and I'm just going to fill this in. And I'm going to leave a little line there so that I can tell where the body ends and the head begins. So. And if we want, yep, I'm liking that. It can actually come out a little bit more if we want to make it not quite so straight. I washed off my brush. I'm going to grab some more of that white, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to try to make it like a V. So if I've gotten this too big, I can do something about it. But I'm just going to add a little dot here and a dot here. I'm going to come around a little bit there. Just trying to get that to do. Alrighty, I'm going to come up with some white. I'm going to bring some white in here and some black together to try to mix some different colors. Okay. I have my number 6 bristle brush. That's what I'm going to use with my white and my black, and try to make some fur come in here. So we can just kind of I'm just using the tip, and I'm just bringing in some fur. If I want to use more white, I can do that. And this just takes me a little time because I have to concentrate on it. I can come in with some black, and then as we're working, just don't go crazy sending it over the edge. It turns into white with that, gray with that white on there. So if we want more white, and I can come in with more white in a little bit, we can just we're just coming off with our, it's cold outside, y'all. And if it's cold outside, they gotta have some fur on their bodies. So I can just bring some of this down in. And we can use some different colors in his ears. And we'll come back in and fill that in a little bit more if we need to. Just I'm just bringing in white. To mix it with the black, and it's turning into gray, and then we'll add some more white if we want some. Alright, I'm going to pick up just some white, and I'm going to come back in here and do some more. It's not quite dry yet, enough for me to come in here and lay some more of this white down. I did that black line, and I'm not getting rid of all of it. I'm just putting some lighter color over it, so it won't be quite so noticeable. Alright, we're going to bring in some dark right in here. That's just some shadows. And then we'll bring some shadows up in here. Around in here with shadows. Let's stir a little bit in here. We're going to bring some brown around in just a minute. So I'm going to pick up some of my gray and some of my white, and I still have black on my brush, and I'm just going to start, I'm going to start right in here. I still need some black in there, so I'm going to pick up some black while I got all that on my brush, and I'm just going to come along in here and give him some of this color all together. Then we can just put some colors, some of this darker color in different spots, just to put some shading in. And again, I know we're going to do something here, but I'm kind of just holding this area off right now. I can actually bring it down like this. So we're just, from up there, we're just waiting. I want to get this, I want to get that dry, and so we can finish working where we need to in here. Alright, I'm going to use my liner brush, and I'm going to pick up some of my gray on my liner brush, and I'm going to come right in here around his eye. And then I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm going to grab some white. And I'm going to give him a big old. And then we're going to come around, wipe my brush off again. I'm going to come around with some gray around here. I'm going to grab the black again, and I'm just going to come in and that. Just do some touching up a little bit. Okay, so this is dry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right in here, right above the mouth, and I'm going to make a nostril. We just need one side this time. We don't need the other one. You can't really see. These are number 4 and some black. And we're just going to come in here and paint this. A little bit of that brown and a little bit of that black. Let's see if I can come back in here, because that's turning about too much. It's too pink for me. Okay. If you just kind of tap it, that's what all we're trying to do, is make it look like little pieces of fur in there. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm going to pick up some white, and we'll come to this side, and we're just going to fill in more white in here. And I'm just kind of tapping it to make it look like it's fur around there. And I'm just going to try to tap it in a little bit. That's how we're coming back here and just tapping some in on my side, just to make it kind of look like fur. That's all we're trying to do, is make it look like fur. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to tap in. Try to make it look like some fur. Alright, we're going to come down with some more white in here. I'm going to grab my liner brush. I wet it just a little bit, and I'm going to grab some of this gray, and I'm going to come around this nostril. I'm coming back around with white a little bit, but I want to get this gray around it first. And then I'm going to pick up a little white, and I'm going to bring that around it. I'm constantly using different brushes, I know. But I'm going to grab some on my bristle brush, and I'm just going to bring some of this dark back in, some black. Just a little bit of black in here. And then we can do some shadows right under here. And then we can do some shadows right under here. There we go. I'm just coming around with some more shadows. I think I want to bring this black up more right in here. So I'm going to bring his mouth up around a little bit more. I've washed and dried my brush. I'm going to pick up some of this brown again, and I'm going to come in right in here and just start laying some brown down. And then I'm going to come in around this eye and lay some around. Doesn't have to be a ton, it just, I need some color, something shadowy, and different shadows in there. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to pick up the brown and black, and I'm going to just come right under here and put some, I think I got too much brown. I think I'm going to pick up more black. I want to tone the black down a little bit, but I want to have that shadow in there. Okay. I'm going to look at this. I've washed and dried my brush again. I'm going to pick up some white, and I'm going to start coming in here and just laying some white down. And I'm just trying to make it look like fur. The bristle brush really does help with that, because it just is, as long as you're not killing everything underneath it. I'm going to grab some black, and I'm just going to kind of rub that in a little bit. Because I have my whites and my grays on there. And we'll probably come in with some more black. But right now, I'm liking that. I think I may bring this ear out just a little bit more. I washed and dried my brush. I'm just picking up some white. And I think I'm going to just bring that fur out just a little bit more in here. I like that ear.